when the map becomes the prison. Look at what the map produced. A map is supposed to guide, but this map has become a verdict. It doesn't just describe the terrain, it tells the mind what is real, what is dangerous, what is missing, who is guilty, and what must be fought for. The moment the world is appointed as the teacher, the world becomes the God. The moment form is treated as the source, form becomes the altar. And then every idol demands payment. The receipts are everywhere. Exhaustion is one receipt. The endless recalculation, the constant scanning, the need to manage perception, manage outcomes, manage reputation, manage time. The world map never stops updating because fear never stops asking for new evidence. Guilt is another receipt. Not guilt as an emotion in a body, but guilt as a premise in the mind. Something happened, something was taken, something must be paid back. Once that premise is accepted, the map has only two categories left: victims and perpetrators. And the mind flips between them like a coin it can't put down. Fear is another receipt. Fear is what happens when a mistaken map is treated as a home address. It's the tension of living inside a story that can collapse at any moment because the story is built on change. Sin is another receipt. Not sin as a list of behaviors, but sin as the belief that separation occurred, that love could be opposed, that wholeness could be fractured, that an innocent mind could be corrupted. That single belief manufactures every other problem that seems to need solving. Hopelessness follows right behind it. Because if the world is the cause, then the world must be changed to be saved. And the world's changes never end. So salvation becomes a treadmill with spiritual language painted on the rails. Doubt is another receipt. Doubt is the mind admitting quietly that the map doesn't work, while still clinging to it because it feels familiar. Doubt is the half-awake discomfort of someone realizing the plan has been losing for a long time. Attack is the final receipt, but it was actually the first. Attack is built into the map. The world map begins with difference, and difference is the seed of comparison. Comparison becomes competition. Competition becomes defense. Defense becomes offense. And offense, dressed up as righteousness, becomes a lifestyle. Look at the total. Wars stacked on wars. Revenge that inherits itself. Violence that calls itself justice. Hatred that pretends to be discernment. Special love that promises heaven and delivers bargaining, control, and withdrawal. A civilization of cleverness and an interior of quiet despair. That is what the map produced. So the question is not, how can the map be improved? The question is, why keep asking a broken tool to do the job of truth? If the map were sane, it would simplify. If the map were holy, it would not require sacrifice. If the map were accurate, it would not need enemies to make meaning. But the map delivers the opposite. It delivers endless management. It delivers scarcity. It delivers the compulsion to win. It delivers the belief that safety is earned through control. It delivers a mind that can't rest because it thinks rest would be irresponsible. So what is the alternative? Not a better route in the same dream. Not a new religion for the old fear. Not a spiritual makeover for the same identity. The alternative is a different teacher. A different teacher does not argue with the world, it reinterprets it. It does not make the world real, it makes the world useful. It does not demand perfection of behavior, it asks for willingness of mind. It does not add more concepts, it removes the need for them.
A different teacher begins with one gentle reversal. Cause is not outside. Meaning is not outside. Identity is not outside. And therefore salvation is not outside.
Because the map is not neutral. It was made to protect a conclusion. The conclusion is separation. The map's function is to keep that conclusion unquestioned by keeping the mind busy with routes, detours, threats, and prizes. The evidence that the map is false is not philosophical, it is practical. If the map were true, it would deliver peace. When that reversal is accepted, even for an instant, the map starts to lose authority. The world becomes a classroom instead of a courtroom. Brothers become mirrors of shared innocence instead of threats. Time becomes a device for learning instead of a weapon for aging. The body becomes a communication tool instead of a prison uniform. And the most shocking thing is this: the mind does not have to climb out of hell by building a ladder. The mind stops feeding the belief that hell is real, and the ladder is not needed. That is the real "notice what the map produced." It isn't an accusation, it's a mercy. Because once the results are faced honestly, the loyalty to the plan weakens. And when loyalty weakens, guidance can be heard. Not the guidance of fear, but the guidance of peace.